Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. Today I have another package from, I believe this is from OatmealFlips. I had no idea what it was, so I cracked it open to take a quick peek inside. I think what we have here is another one of these stands. It's actually featured quite prominently in my permanent desk balisong display, which is really great because the one that I used to use at my old apartment was this generic wooden one on Amazon. Now I can use this crazy custom one that was provided by such a cool member of the community, and who also printed me this 21 Pilots thing, which is always on my bag, and I actually love it so much. It's really, really cool. So we have another package. I believe this is the V2 of that same stand, which, again, features so prominently in my desk setup at this point. Ted's #1 fan and all, but he did write a note here, so let's see what we got today. Hi, Ethan. I hope this letter finds you well. Thank you again for accepting my offer for another one of my stands. This is the version 2. I took feedback from you among many others and applied those concepts to the first version. I assume he means for this new one. I'm very pleased with the design and I hope you enjoy it. Of course, after the last send I sent you, I set the bar pretty high for myself, so I went ahead and customized it just as much as the last one. Dude, you did not have to do that. Lastly, I just want to thank you for the video you posted about the last stand that I sent you. Gave me a lot of traction, but also a lot of joy. That is very, very exciting to hear. That's something that I love doing on Blade Bias, is getting the ability to put some of these smaller makers in front of an audience and show them, hey, there are some really cool people who you're not aware of doing some really cool things in this hobby. So let's dive right in. It seems like we got open last. This is the bottom and the nameplate. Got an OatmealFlip sticker as well as some extra of these pins. I have no idea what that says in any orientation, if it even says anything. And finally, we have what I assume are the sides. Yes, so let's just tear right into this thing. Finally, at long last, I have an actual desk to try this stuff out at, instead of balancing it on the top of a case of mine or something like that. So that is pretty freaking cool. I should have opened this from the other side, because the base is thicker than the top is. So already off the gate, I can see one of the improvements that Oatmeal made, or I believe, was it Jake? It would feel really bad if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yes, Jake, aka OatmealFlips. Great. Thank you so much for sending this over, Oatmeal. And you can see already we have one of the first improvements, which is these little hooks to hold your balisongs in place. I said in the first video that I'd be nervous about my balisong sliding off, and while I found that that hasn't really been the case, it still doesn't feel the most secure on there. Especially when I'm going to take other things off and put other things on. There's very little room to kind of get my fingers in there, and then I find it happened in the Frank video, actually, where I would like pull other stuff off incidentally or accidentally, and it would not be a great time. We have anti-stick feet, or not anti-stick feet, anti-slip feet. That's actually the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing, Ethan. But this is the bottom. We got a white one with a black nameplate that says Blade Bias. Nice. Nice. I have Ted's #1 fan still on the other one. It is actually pretty nice to have Blade Bias on one, since that, at this point, whether I like it or not, is what I'm most known for, rather than what I still consider to be my main channel, camaroEE. So this is actually another interesting thing. Rather than being a kind of pyramid like the other one was, I wish I could actually show you, but the other one was a triangle that kind of had two supports going up. This one is just a single post holding everything up. So I am interested, while I'm sure Oatmeal did testing on this, I'm interested to see how this ultimately holds up, holding all this weight without tipping over or breaking or whatever. So we'll have to see how that goes, but let's check out what's on the top. We've got a little bit of a Marty color scheme going on here. The old one was Dex. You got the green belly, the blue body, and then the orange frills on top with the Marty on top. So maybe perhaps this is Marty colors, if I can get this tape off, with a Dex on top, which would be pretty cool if you ask me. There we go. Dun, dun, I can't. Okay, hold on. I did the chime too early. There we go. Look at that. It is. It's a big old Dex. Holy cow. It's like twice the size of the Marty you sent me last time. Dude, that is awesome. And we got, of course, the yellow horns of Marty with the yellow or the white belly. And we can put this right up here to add a little bit of support between the two pieces themselves. Fits in there very nice. As usual, he kept the very modular build system, which I love so much. And I guess these pins aren't extras, but rather they are included for the nameplate, which we will put on promptly. I do wonder if the old nameplates are also compatible. That would be pretty cool. Fits in way better than the old. The old nameplates had... Did I speak too soon? Okay, that one actually fits in there. This one is a little loose, but I actually prefer it like that. Because this plate isn't going to be moving around as much. So as long as it's tight enough to secure it, but still loose enough that I can take it off easily, that is what we want. And now, we just need some balisongs to display on there. Let's go with... Get the default for a bigger one. We'll get the Sasori for a smaller one. We'll get the Orion for one that I like the look of. And we'll get the Vault Pro for something a little more standard. And just throw them on. All right. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work. Maybe we go through the side like that. Little bit of a tight squeeze on something like the Vault Pro. The Orion. It seems like you do have to put them in at the smaller points of the handles, the thinner points up here, and then slide it over. Something like the default, I'm not even sure if it will fit in there. Oh, it fits like a charm. Heck yeah. Oh, that's great, dude. Little bit of a tight fit on the... So it's a little more difficult to take on and off, which is honestly fine. I use these things for display more than I really use them for flipping. That's why I have something like this also on my desk. So the things that I need to access very quickly, I can just take out, and put in. But that looks amazing. We'll get one more just to finish off the thing. Here, I'll take off my camera, give you guys a good old view of what this thing looks like. Check that out. Say hi, Discord. Join my Discord. Link in the description. Check that thing out. That looks awesome. Holy cow. Let's see if I line that up correctly. I bet I didn't. Unfortunately, unlike Will's setup, I can't see my screen when I'm actually recording, so I have to preset it in terms of its position. But that looks so good, and I'm really enjoying the changes that you made. It does make for a little bit less stable of an experience. That's okay, and it's a little more difficult to get things in and out, but I don't see that being a huge thing, because this is a display ultimately, rather than, removing stuff and adding stuff all the time. But that looks so good. Huge thank you to Oatmeal. If you want to get a stand of your own, OatmealFlips on Instagram. Now with the V2, which you can get, again, I don't know if you can get as custom as the one he sent me, but you can definitely get something with like a custom nameplate in the bottom, which is still really cool in my opinion. And mix and match all of your colors with his cool modular system. Now I have to figure out which one I'm going to use. I'm not exactly sure, because I got this one, and I got this one. I don't know, which one do I pick? Ooh, that's a good question, and one that I am not going to make in this video. I just want to throw a huge, huge thank you to Oatmeal once again. Not only did you send me a V2 of something you already sent me, but you also customized it just as much as the first one, which is so cool of you. You definitely did not have to do that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Go check out Oatmeal if you're looking for something similar, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.